Hi everybody, welcome to the Gassy Boys.
Heyo.
Today we're doing the anime again, just like the first time.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Just as painful as last time.
I don't want to
It's gonna take forever.
watch anime.
You already did though. You already watched all the anime.
I'm tired. I'm gonna quit anime.
Okay. I mean, it's your choice, man. I don't really control you.
Look, this season, it was tiring. Because the thing is, you see all these shows on the fucking charts and whatnot about which anime are coming out in the next season. And, you know, from a normal viewer's perspective, you just pick the one that look and sound all right.
Yeah.
And just going through the list, most of these shows look like they're going to be bad shows. And turns out, most of them were.
Yeah, for the most part.
And the thing is, you know it's going to be bad, and you have to watch it, and it is bad.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, 9 times out of 10, you look at a cover, and you typically know what you're getting.
Yeah.
There is one exception, which we'll get to. I'm pretty excited to talk about. But, like, yeah, it's like everything else. I mean, and then last season we had Net Juno Susume, which is a pretty big surprise. But that's still pretty rare.
Juni Tyson was also good.
Yeah, sure.
Also, Girls Last Store. God damn, that show surprised us.
I didn't finish it. But yeah.
I mean, it was great in
the
the first episodes, but it turns out it's really good, actually.
I believe it. Yeah, last season was really solid. I expected last season, like we said it, I think in the episode, I expected like a lot of the shows in that season to get really bad. And some of them did, but like for the most part, a lot of them just stuck true and stayed pretty decent.
Well, of course.
What the fuck are you
when
doing?
I start recording a podcast, someone starts calling me. Be right back.
Keeping it in. When I was a young boy,
Servus.
I saw an ice cream truck. I was at a preschool, right? Okay. As you do when you're like a kid, and this fucking ice cream truck, it pulled up to the preschool because you know all ice cream men know where the preschools are, and this guy just gave me this look. I'll never forget it. It was a look of pure like jealousy. I'm like 10 years old. He's looking at me with like, you disgusting pig, like that kind of look. Like what the fuck? I'll never forget that. How was your phone call?
Just told him to fuck off.
Nice. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, last season's anime.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of good shows. One of my favorite seasons.
Yeah. There are a lot of shows this season that I liked a lot, but I do agree. I said this before we started recording, but like I think there were a lot of shows that like the great shows that we sorry, let me start over. Let me start the fuck over. The good shows this season are pretty much consistently great. There aren't a lot of shows where I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah.
But like all the bad shows are fucking awful. They're terrible.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's my standards. I don't know if I'm hiring hiring. That's a word. I'm hiring standards. Does anyone wants to apply for a job?
Minimum wage.
At my standards. My standards are getting higher and I just am not okay with mediocre shows. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if I'm just getting tired of anime or if these shows are legit bad.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
You want to get fucking started with this shit?
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. We're starting off. If there's anything, I'm in control of the list, but if there's anything by the end that we don't get to, that you saw or whatever, just let me know. But we're starting with, I don't know how to fucking say the numbers into Japanese. 25 Sai no Joshikousei. Did you watch this one?
Wait, are we using the same list? I don't see this one.
It's like this. If you don't have it on your list, don't worry about it. I'll explain this. This is a terrible show. I'm only going to talk about it for like 10 seconds. It looks ugly. It's pretty much porn, but nothing happens. It's bad.
Is it a short?
Yes. It's an
shorts.
OVA, I think, but it's on TV. Terrible. I watched them when I could. I didn't watch all of them, but whatever.
Oh yeah, it looks like a porn. I can see it in the short.
But the girl's
TV
ugly. The guy's ugly. The animation is ugly. There's no like anything to it at all. Terrible show. Terrible. Let's move on.
I believe you.
Beatless.
Oh, I watched this one.
How far did you make it?
I watched the whole first episode.
Did you? I think I made it like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Not as hard as you think.
It's a really weird adaptation of Beatles. I didn't hear any of their iconic songs. It's Beatles, right?
Yes, I think I got it. I think I got it. No, I think I got it wrong. I think you're right. Because if you look at the main girl, like I think she's supposed to be cosplaying a Beatle.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that looks like something the Beatles would wear on stage.
What a horrible gassy joke. We're off a great start.
You fucking said it.
Yeah, I know, but
this.
You just try to go with it, not even remind me how bad it is.
Of course. I'm sinking the ship with you. Holy shit. Anyways, this show, it sucks, but it's not the most insulting thing in the world, and it does not like look, it is insulting. It's got like it's got a lot of dumb robot themes, and it really wants you to know that it has dumb robot themes. But like
exactly.
The directing is competent enough to like lead you along effectively.
I mean, what is this show all about? Let's start off with that.
I don't even know.
Can you even explain this?
So,
I mean,
in a future world of light novel land, you fucking have Yuji Everlead walking around, and he's in robot land, like I said, and it's sad that all the robots are getting beat up because they look like humans, and the Yuji Everlead feels for the robots. And then halfway through the episode, we cut to like a bunch of ninja robot people, I don't know, blowing up some facility of some kind. I don't fucking know.
Look, pretty much it's like one of these you've seen 100 times before, right? Yeah. We human are alive and robots are just dumb toys, so we can use for whatever reason we want. Pleasure, fucking cooking, anything you want. And it has those themes associated with these things.
It's iRobot.
What makes us alive? What are humans? What's the difference between robots and humans? And that kind of shit. And it's presented in the most corny fucking typical way imaginable.
Yeah,
it doesn't say anything new or great.
It's a light novel.
It feels like a light novel adaptation. It feels like a light novel adaptation in the first few shots where you see the uniforms, character designs, the main character himself, because he looks like the typical light novel character.
He's Yuji Everlead, the famous Digibro character. He's what he is. Like, I don't understand how light novel creators can just keep doing this. They have to know. Right? Like, they have to know that everyone hates
the stereotype.
This. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you get the trashy vibes just looking at the cover.
Yeah.
It's there. It looks like a light novel adaptation. It feels like a light novel adaptation. And it's not any better than all the other shitty light novel adaptations.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, let's move on. Fuck this
there
shit.
were a few cute character designs. I want to give them credit for that. Like the main character's sister.
Oh, yeah,
her?
You're right.
She was fucking adorable.
That the one on the couch or whatever. That was true. That is true. She was adorable. Forgot about that. I thought that was in a different show. Because it doesn't even fit.
I just want to say that, again, it's an interesting premise that I will never get tired of. it's just the execution is garbage.
If I wanted to see this, I would just pop in my beautiful limited edition copy of iRobot with Will Smith, and I would just watch that all day.
And great. I would rather play Nier Automata.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Let's talk about fucking Citrus.
Oh, this fucking show.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
This show is like my sexuality. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even. So, look, I'm a big Yuri fan. I love the Yuri mangos. I love all this shit. I've never liked Citrus. I think the Citrus manga is really like, I don't know. It just kind of like wants to appeal to the Yuri crowd a little too hard.
Yeah, we don't even need to explain what the show is all about. It's just a romance Yuri show.
Oh yeah, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's the girl goes to school, and it's a new school, and there's a girl, and they get in a relationship. That's the whole thing. I think it sounds like I'm trashing on it. It's not that bad. It's not like completely terrible. It's just like by the end of the first episode, I definitely had this impression like, what was the point of anything I just watched?
Mm-hmm. I think this is the only show that I don't like, but I will keep watching.
I agree. I completely agree with you. It's not the ugliest thing on world. It's not the ugliest thing in the world. The character designs are decent. I like the voice acting a lot. I will say that. The main blonde-haired bitch is she's pretty nice to listen to.
The thing for me was that half of the scenes, half of the things that were happening I liked, and half of them I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's partially because one of the girls I liked and one of the girls I hated. So I like the main blonde girl, the Gyaru chick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's just a normal human being, and that's what I like about her.
Yeah.
But the black hair girl.
That'd be great in anime.
I didn't like her at all. Her personality was confusing to me.
Yeah, what personality? It's all over the place.
I mean, first of all, I don't like the characters who act all high and mighty.
Oh, yeah.
In romances specifically. When you have a character that just wants to talk to this other character and she's ignoring her and acting like she fucking doesn't fart.
Specifically fart, yeah.
She has weird emotions.
Very weird.
You cannot understand them. You don't know where she's coming from. She doesn't have a lot of expressions.
And I think.
And the thing is, with all of this, she's a fucking slut.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, what we didn't mention, the end scene in this in the first episode is like, it's one of the most like disgusting but also somehow arousing things I've ever seen. Like, the black hair girl just straight up
explain this to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why it's the disgusting and the most arousing scene ever made.
It's rapey as fuck.
Because this studio is shit, but it's about Yuris, so...
Yeah. The black hair girl just, like, attacks blonde hair girl, and... blonde hair girl's not into it. She's like grabbing her pillow in like a help me kind of way.
Yeah, she seems like she's struggling and desperately wants to get out of that situation.
It's very uncomfortable to watch because she's like, get off, but she like can't do it.
But I kind of understood that, but I was waiting for the part, where
she gets into
the tension releases and she starts enjoying it.
Yeah. Exactly. Me too. I was like, she gets off. The black hair girl gets off, and it's just a really uncomfortable shot of the yellow hair girl, like clearly traumatized, like sitting there like like on her fucking bed. And it's like, oh my god, what did I just watch?
Also, why are these people breathing so heavily after kissing? What are they doing?
They're performing constant CPR.
I mean, it would be like after kissing a girl, you would go, oh my god, I just kissed. They're
both blowing it into each other's lungs as hard as they fucking can.
Yeah, it's like just opening their mouths and...
Yeah. Oh, no.
Listen, I'm a sucker for romances.
Yeah.
I'll watch any trashy romance. But... besides the main character, the main girl, and her friend that she meets in school.
Oh yeah, she was
I didn't
nice.
like any of the other characters. I hated all of them.
Yeah, they all just seem like pretentious douchebags, and I don't like that at all. But it's not. Again, this isn't awful. I think I could see myself dropping this after like the next episode. If it's still as bad, or if it's still as uneven.
I won't.
But
I'm preparing for like all the banging my head against the wall I'm gonna do after I get through it.
Man, what am I even fucking saying? I'm not gonna drop this. How could I drop this?
It's about misunderstandings and shit like that. You know, typical fucking romance garbage.
I can't drop a Yuri show. I can't do it. I said I was gonna drop fucking like Flip Flappers. I couldn't do it. I thought I was gonna drop Hibike. I couldn't do it.
None of these are Yuri shows. They are Yuri baits.
I know. So that I'm just saying, like, those are just Yuri bait, and I couldn't even drop them. This is like full on Yuri. It's I can't resist.
Did you notice how exaggerated the blushes were?
Yeah, they're really extreme.
Like usually, you know, it's just a little soft pink color.
They convinced me it's like
lines.
200 degrees in every room they're in.
Yeah, you have like hard pencil drawn lines for blushes.
Yeah, very extreme.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Yeah. Oh god, this one. Dame X Prince Anime Caravan. What even the fuck is this one?
Look, I was confused when you said the name because I thought we were talking about Darling.
No.
Darling in the Frank. Because I didn't even consider watching this one. I just see the cover and say no.
Good. Look, I made it... I don't even know if I made it past the first minute. This is terrible. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's fucking talk about Darling, because this is way better.
Hell yeah. Darling? One of my favorite shows of this season.
Yeah, you talk about Darling. This is your baby.
I mean, how do we explain the premise?
I don't know. That's why I passed it on to you.
Look, I want to say, I don't really need to explain too much. I would just encourage you to watch it. It's a mecha show that is in a weird setting that we haven't seen before. It's fresh. That's why it's hard to explain, because it has a lot of things that are particular to that world and those characters, right?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful fucking show.
It's a trigger show.
Yeah.
I want to start this off. It's a trigger show. It looks beautiful. It looks interesting, and it's an original. It's 24 episodes long. It has ambition with what it's trying to do. I think this one is worth keeping up with in the upcoming seasons.
Yeah. Very, very excited. Like, my only problem is 24 episodes. Gotta wait a million years.
Oh, man. See, I'm very torn with this one because I want to watch it weekly. But then again, I don't want to watch it.
You're gonna ruin it for yourself if you watch it weekly. Like, this is the type of show. I got this from the first episode. Like, I just felt that this was the type of show that, like, does not want to be watched weekly. It wants you to, like, really, like, examine it, like, from every angle as you're watching, you know?
I agree. But it's a trigger show, dude. I was excited for this for like half a year, ever since it got announced on Anime Expo.
I was very worried about it. I was very worried that it would not be worth the hype. But I was wrong. It's hype. It's very hype.
Yeah, it is. Look, it's going to go places. We all know this show is going to get in some weird shit, okay? Mm-hmm. I don't even see the direction where they can go with this, which is what I like. All the fucking good Trigger Gainax shows, you don't really see where they're going.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the lines, it just gets big.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the themes, what is happening, the characters, it all gets big.
I see a lot of like midpoints in my head on where the show will probably go at some point. But like, yeah, I have no idea where it's going to end up. Like, there's no fucking way you can know what's going to happen at the end of Gurren Lagann when you start Gurren Lagann, you know? Or Kill la Kill.
Yeah, exactly. My point. It's not the same guys making it, but it has that same kind of sort of magic.
Yeah.
Aside from the art, I don't think it's nearly as good as Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill.
I agree.
It has some good character designs. Like, I love that the fucking main girl.
Yeah,
I think her name is 02.
Everyone's okay. Like, the character designs are decent, but then 02. Oh my god!
I'm calling it best girl.
Yeah,
best girl of the season.
I don't even think. Yeah, it's either this girl or another girl we'll get to. Because like 02, she just, oh my fucking god, the swimming scene in the pond. Oh my god, 02 is so great to me because like we just don't see a lot of characters who are this aggressive. Like with not only their like.
Yes,
their interests and their passion, but like just flat out aggressive with their sexuality. Like she is just into the main character, and she does not stop like for a second to tell him.
Talked about this in the waifu podcast a little bit. I touched on it, but I like girls who own their sexuality and are aggressive.
Oh yeah,
and you know, from a fucking weeaboo little boy like myself, I look for that a lot in like my doujins and hentais. No, you can. There's no. There are not a lot of girls like this.
Yeah.
In anything.
Yeah, I agree.
You usually have the fucking shy, blushy girls.
And they're annoying. This fucking girl, like everything she does in the pond scene is my favorite thing I've ever seen. Like. She comes out of the water with a fish in her mouth. The way she leans into the character, boobs hanging out. Oh! I fucking lost my shit.
You don't really get a lot from the first episode, which is why it's kind of hard to talk about it.
Yeah,
because
nothing definitive really happens.
This is what I'm trying to say. But I really value the originality.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I got a feeling that you have to watch a lot more of this to really understand what it is all about. And, you know,
that is one thing I will say. Like, one of my favorite things about Kill la Kill, Kill la Kill. That first episode, it just like. Sells you so hard. Like I fucking the shot of the town and like the fucking music. It's
they I mean, this is not a podcast about Kill la Kill, but I am willing to talk about Kill la Kill. In the first episode, they established exactly what kind of person Ryuko is, what she wants. Yeah. They established what kind of character Satsuki is and what she is like, the student council, the school, the fucking clubs in the school.
Yeah.
Mako, everything is established in the first episode.
Yep.
The show is not like that, but it's still great.
Yeah, I think the show isn't as like clear cut as that, but I also don't think it needs to be. Like it's Darling is more like it's trying to like overwhelm you with like all this crazy shit that's happening. And it's very effective.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can see this show getting worse. I can see it being bad in the end.
I'm just waiting for A1 to show its dirty hands.
I still respect it much more than any other show in this season, just because of its ambition and what it's trying to do.
I do agree. Like, I think this has the potential to be my favorite, like one of my favorite shows of the year, if not my outright favorite. But like,
probably
at the first episode, I like it a lot. It's just I have no fucking clue if this is gonna keep as good as that first episode was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of the shows that has a lot of potential but doesn't play its cards right away.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. Oh, Death March. It's a whole bunch of shit. Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody. This fucking show.
Oh, this one.
So, this show...
I watched...
Go ahead.
Okay. No, you explained what the show is all about.
This show, you know... For a shitty isekai show, I do like this more than most. Like, the idea of it. So, the idea, you got a programmer dude. He's 29. For some reason, the show really wants you to know he's 29 years old. Even though he speaks like a fucking elementary schooler. Like, he's fucking 29. He's a really intense, hardworking, like programmer for a couple games. And... he gets sucked into a world of the games that he's been programming. Like a combination of the games he's been programming. So when he goes in, he knows like all the mechanics and he's like, oh, that's interesting. I know this wasn't finished. And he knows like all the bugs. That concept is fucking cool. Like, I love that idea. But the show is so fucking ugly. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
Okay. This is what I'll say. I wanted to get real ballsy with this one at the beginning.
Yeah?
I watched 1 minute exactly. And this is a perfect example of how you can detect a bad show in 1 minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It has the most generic A1 character design in the world. It looks like shit. Some of the shots look blurry.
He's Kirito.
And it moves like shit. Like the fucking shot transitions and whatnot. The voice actor is generic.
He's awful.
He sounds like Kirito.
He sounds like Kirito, but he's like 14 years older than him? What? It's not just that he sounds like him. Like, my brother literally came downstairs while I was watching this, and he said, and I quote, "Are you watching Sword Art Online?"
Yeah. I mean, every scene, every screenshot of the first minute looks horrible.
Yep.
The environment, the characters, it says nothing. In the first minute, a show is supposed to like at least show you something, introduce you to something. He's just walking through a bunch of hallways and elevators. It says nothing and it looks horrible. The character designs garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, the main character. Voice acting, he's Kirito.
I don't get
I mean, I don't know if it's the same voice actor, but it's the generic anime light novel protagonist.
It's not the same actor, but yeah, it sounds the fucking same.
But, update. I tried to watch just a little bit more because I was being unfair. So I got to the opening and realized it's an isekai show.
Oh, you didn't even know?
No, I didn't even know. I didn't want to know because I already know this show is bad just by the first minute and how it's made. A show this badly made in the first minute cannot be good. Even it has the best premise.
I agree.
It cannot be good.
It's really impossible. Had to push myself. I was like, oh man, like, oh. But I just, I kept finding like little nuggets that I was like, oh, I kind of like that. I guess I'll watch another minute. And it just, I watched the whole fucking thing and I can't believe I managed to make it through to the end. Unbelievable. Why did I do that to myself?
So, yeah, I watched the opening. It's a good opening, right?
Sure,
but
I guess.
From what I understood, this is a generic looking isekai, but it's also a harem, no? From the opening.
I guess. Apparently. Fuck that.
All the nopes from me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. Fuck this show. Let's move on. Oh God! This is the show. This is Gakuen Babysitters, or School Babysitters.
Oh, shit.
This fucking show, I looked at the cover. I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck am I looking at?
I said, oh shit, because I think... Do you like this one?
This is one of my favorite shows of the season. It's
that's why I said, oh shit.
Unbelievable.
I knew it.
Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. I think it's pretty good. I think it's...
Talk about it. Say what it is.
The show... It has one of the most unbelievably depressing starts I've seen in a while. This show looks very cutesy, very fun, very like, oh, it's going to be fun times with a bunch of babies. No. The show starts off and the main character and his baby little brother are walking to this school. And the main character is explaining how his parents just died, and he had like this foster home, or no, not even that. This lady who like lost his parents died in a plane crash, and this lady lost her son and his wife in the same plane crash. So she decided to take the main character into her like care. Like, that alone, I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what I expected. And basically, like, in order to live there, the main character has to, like, take care of a bunch of babies around the school. Because that's where, like, the lady, like, lives. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call her Granny, because that's what the little baby calls her. It is a very cutesy show. It is very adorable. I mean, if I'm being honest, most of that is like where the first episode is most boring. But like the fucking ending of the first episode is so brutal. It's so...
What?
Oh my god. Did you not make it to it?
Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
This was my thoughts after watching for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Where does one draw the line? I mean, look, I try to be open-minded about a lot of things, but I also try to imagine what a show can do with a given premise. A show about making dictionaries. Even though I didn't watch it, I can clearly see that a lot of interesting thing can happen. Rakugo, same. Shogi, sure, right?
Sure, why not?
I just do not see what a show about babysitting can be. I don't know how it can be good.
Agree. But what the story is like I said, it's just not what I expected it to be. It's like this is a show where like you're gonna feel very like it's going for a lot of like the heartstring pulls, like a lot of the time it's going for like it wants to butter you up with the cute babies and then destroy you with how
Let me ask you one simple question.
Is. What?
How can a show be emotional if you hate how the baby little child looks?
Well, then I think you're fucked. I think it looks adorable.
I thought he's ugly as fuck.
Oh, I think he's fugly. Like I think he's like he's so disgusting looking, but like oh my god, his jacket just sells it. Like his plump little jacket. He looks like a teddy bear. Like he looks like a little teddy bear. He's great.
Sure. Look. I make notes after watching every show
I know.
for this podcast. And I just wanted to know the audience, how I felt after watching 3 minutes of this. My time on this world is limited. A show can't impress me with its premise and animation and art on anything in the first few minutes. It can fuck off.
Sure.
I'm not going to waste my time on a show about babysitting with a baby that looks fucking ugly.
I don't blame you. Look, I totally get that. But if you put the time in, I think this show is worth it. If it sounds like you are okay with a show that's not going to wow you with its visual, it's made by Brainspace. Like, what do you want? The value of it is like so much more than you think it is. So let me explain what happens at the end.
Just wanted to clarify a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the show is bad at all.
Sure.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you just don't want to put the time in. I totally understand. I totally understand. This is not a must-watch. That's all I'm trying to say. But if it sounds interesting, you should check it out. Like at the end of the first fucking episode, his little baby brother gets sick, so he has to like rush him to a hospital. And he's like, oh man, what am I doing? And he's like, you see it in the main character's like heart, like, oh man, like you see how much he's been through and how much he's had to take care of his little brother. These like ever since his parents have been gone, and even before then, like he was the one who was like taking care of the brother.
The baby's ugly though. Why didn't he just let him die?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Let's just roll with it. So and then oh my god, he pulls out his phone, the main character, because he's like, oh my god, oh yeah, like the baby's sick, he's okay, let me call my parents. And he pulls up his dad's like cell phone number and he looks at it and he's like, oh yeah. And it's one of like, I couldn't believe it. Why Gakuen Babysitters? Why is this the saddest thing I've ever seen? And like the way his eyes like well up and his like tears land on his phone, and then the grandma lady comes up and she's like, it's gonna be okay. Keep in mind, her fucking child died in the same accident. She comes up and they show like a flashback of the funeral, like and how the main character was sitting there like emotionless because he just like couldn't believe what was happening. And grandma's just like, it's gonna be okay. We all lose people, but you just gotta move on. It's gonna be all right, my dude. And it's just like, I couldn't believe the level of bonding that was happening. Oh my god, dude, this fucking show wrecked me.
Interesting. So maybe I should give it a shot. Look, right?
Sure. I think if you can make it through the first episode and you don't agree with me, then yeah, don't watch more of it. But like, and I'm not even sure, like, here's my biggest thing with this show. I think you're right. I don't even know what this fucking show is gonna do with a babysitting club. Like, how can you even continue to make that interesting? I mean, it's only 12 episodes, but like, I don't really know where this show's gonna go, what it could possibly do with that amount of time. This show could very easily turn into a train wreck, but the first episode was
for me. It was very much like it gave me all the stop signs in the first introduction.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to gamble my time on it.
Sure,
but maybe it's not that bad.
I think the appeal for me was that just like the opening bit where the main character's narrating about his life. Just it contrasted in such a funny way with the OP because it's so depressing, and then it's just like this bouncy, jumpy baby kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I guess in a way that's kind of the appeal of the entire show. Like that kind of juxtaposition is kind of what it's looking to do. But yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Did you watch gdMen?
What is that? Is that another short?
Yeah, it's a short show. It's bad.
Didn't watch a single short.
It's one of those like improv, like mocapped, like CG animated shows. It's awful. It's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life, and it might be worth checking out just for that. Let's move on. Grancrest Senki. Meh.
Yeah. It's a fantasy war show.
Fantasy magic war shit, clashing
swords,
countries,
demons.
Oh no, the bad guys are coming out of the portal.
Yeah, oh, they're evil. Oh, we gotta stop them with our magic.
The one old man used his magic crest. It didn't work. The other old man used his magic crest. Oh,
and we form a pact, and we got a stronger magic crest.
They form a super crest.
We will stop the evil from destroying the world.
And then they get their heads cut off, and it's really funny.
The show is not actually that bad.
No, it's not. Again, it's manageable to sit through, but
they are at least trying something with this.
Yeah.
I think for like a 15-year-old teenager, I think this would be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I just seen a little too many of these, and this one is a little generic.
There's like nothing noteworthy. I stopped watching after the bit where the guys get their heads cut off, and then the two people like separate or whatever.
I watched the whole first episode. Like I said, it's not that bad. It has a little bit of politics. I don't know. It has swords.
I didn't like the
magic.
politics because it didn't make any sense to me. Like, just on like a logical level, watching like the whole first scene take place, and then seeing like, because they show the prince and the princess of the different like countries, they show them like they clearly are into getting together. It's very much like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. And then like as soon as both their dads die, the girl is very mad at him for some. I'm like, what the?
No, she's just like, how about not?
I guess. It was weird. I was like, what? That it was just a weird emotion they were trying to convey that I don't think came across well.
I had an interesting thought though about the first introduction sequence.
Yeah.
Because the first introduction is basically two families are getting together because their kids are marrying each other and they're gonna have peace. And in this marriage ceremony, a demon shows up. I think
it's some kind of ugly moving demon,
and kills both the king's fathers or whatever. And that's how it's established that demons are now prevalent in this world, right? That's something like that.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the first introduction could have been much more interesting if it was an entire episode. Like, imagine a build-up where these two people are trying to get their houses together. The blonde girl who is trying to stop this whole ceremony and this evil thing. You have people who know something, and it's all built to a giant climax at the end. And it's this epic reveal of, here the demons, we came to fuck shit up. Because to be honest, I didn't think it looked that bad. I think it looked kind of good, actually.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just not my thing. I don't like fantasy in general.
I don't know why we're even talking about it. It's
You're defending
generic as fuck. Yeah, I know. I'm defending it because I don't think it's too bad.
No, it's
just
not
generic.
Insulting. Like, nothing insulted me. I'm not interested. This next
It's a show that I don't mind people enjoying.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
This next show, I don't even know how I feel about it. Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. What did I even watch? What did I even like? A cross-dressing assassin kills some guy, and the town of the anime is all filled with assassins. That's the show.
Okay. Because I only watched 5 minutes, I was hoping you would have like a good explanation.
I watched like 12 minutes and maybe like 15. It just gets more confusing. It's like, what is this? What is this show? Like, what even? Oh my god, it's so sloppily put together. It has like you share some like fucking shots. I'll put them in the fucking video.
Oh yeah, the art in this ugly as fuck. Oh my god, the art of this horrible.
It's funny because the animation is actually like okay. It's just that the art is terrible. Like the way the characters are constructed is awful, but they move kind of well. It's real bad.
Would you say it's an edgy show about killing?
Yeah, it's an edgy show about killing.
That's the impression I got in first 5 minutes.
But also, it wants to be some kind of weird comedy thing where you like, oh, it's a cross dresser.
Look, call me a homophobe or whatever. A dude dressing up like a girl, having a manly voice. just makes me kind of uncomfortable. You know, I don't want to be a fucking bigot. I'm just saying that made me a little uncomfortable. I can't help it. I can't help it, dude. I said I'm confused about my sexuality, but I'm the straightest fucking straight dude you ever fucking met. Okay.
Yeah, sure you were.
Kind of cringe. Kind of cringe when looking at this.
I guess so. I liked.
But aside from that, I was bored out of my mind.
Yeah, it's very boring. Like that's the other bit. Like I like that it had a cross-dressing character. That's kind of like in a cross-dressing character that wasn't like trying to trick you. This is not a trap. Like there's a difference. You know, a trap is trying to trick you. You know, this was more like, yeah, so I dress like a girl. Who the fuck cares? And I like that. I like that attitude.
Okay.
But it doesn't fit in a show that wants me to like. This is like a fucking like, yeah, you're right. It's like an edgy assassin show. But then it also has this really weird and comedic character as the lead. The fucking cross-dressing assassin. It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing I didn't understand anything. I was so lost. I don't want to talk more about this anymore. Let's just Hakumei Hakumei to Mikochi. Yeah. This one.
What would you say this show is all about?
It's about two little fairy girls who live in a forest and they go on adventures. That's it.
Yeah. That's what I got from it. Because I watched only 10 minutes of
Same.
it. And it's well made.
Uh-huh.
It has directing.
Yep.
It has art.
Yep.
It has music.
Uh-huh.
It has characters.
It does.
It just puts me to sleep.
It's just boring. Like I liked what was happening. I liked the idea of it. I thought it was pretty nice to look at. The girls were cute. I liked that they ride on little beetles. But like it was so boring. It was so boring.
This is a show that is just not for me, not my show, but I can see it being good.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't know. I don't tend to like things like this either. The super like just sit into your chair and just experience the world. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but credit where credit is due, right?
Yeah.
It's really well made.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In terms of directing, art style, music, the music is great. I don't know if you paid attention.
I noticed it, but I didn't like, you know, I didn't notice it was like amazing.
That's kind of all I have to say about it.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, didn't get much from it.
It's very
a
green.
Chill show.
It's very green.
Yeah, it's a pretty chill show with cute characters. They're doing things and they're little.
And they ride on beetles. If you're into beetles, if you've ever wanted to fuck a beetle, this is your show.
Yeah. Are you projecting?
Hakyuu, Houshin, Engi, or Soul Hunter.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot I even watched this one.
This is another one I don't even know if I made it a minute in. This is actually a readaptation from some like 90s shonen manga. It looks kind of like things that were coming out in that era. Like the way the characters are designed, they almost remind me of like Hunter x Hunter characters. Except it's one of the ugliest shows I've ever seen. And the main character looks like he's riding on a fucking... You look at the fucking cover for this. He's riding on like a moose, cow, thing, llama. I don't even know. Who cares? This show sucks.
I actually, when I read the notes, I remember what this is. Like you, I watched like a few minutes up until the opening.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. So this, the introduction sequence is happening in the future. So this is something you should be looking forward to,
that's right. Yeah, that's right. It's got some dumb fight scene.
and I'm like supposed to care what is happening.
Oh yeah.
I'm supposed to look forward to this.
It's so ugly.
It's bad shonen garbage fight between two horribly designed characters.
Yep. It's real fucking ugly.
That's all I gathered from it.
Terrible.
They tried to make me care about two ugly characters fighting in the first minute. And I just said, if this is the peak, this is what I'm supposed to be looking forward to, fuck off.
I just don't understand the point. Like, there has to be a reason why they would choose to adapt, like, this show or this manga from the 90s. Like, there has to be a reason, right? Like, they have to... I don't know. I don't fucking get it. Whatever, let's move on. Next up is another short show. This one's actually pretty not bad. Hataraku Onii-san. There we go. Are working buddies, as it is on Crunchyroll.
Another short?
Yep, this one's about cats, and they work.
Dude, I told you, we're not watching shows.
I like shorts, okay? I don't give a shit if you watch them. I'm talking about them.
Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah,
then.
I like this show. I dropped it.
Good. Talk about it.
I dropped it.
No, it's fine. Just, I just don't have anything to say about it.
I know. Because I fucking watched it. I don't give a shit about your opinion on the cats.
I'm a homo. I watched the little... I love 2 minute shows.
So... I'm surprised I didn't even mention the lollies in School Babysitters. This show is a short show about funny-looking cats who do funny things. It's adorable. It's good. Moving on. Idolish.
That's all you have to say? Why did you even mention it?
Because I like it. And if you like cute cats, you'll like it.
Oh, god damn. You're a hobo, all right.
That's all you had to say.
Junji Ito collection.
Nope. Idolish 7.
Oh yeah. See, again, no. We have nothing to say.
No, I have nothing to say on this.
It's about idols.
No.
It's
okay. No. This one's different.
Idols.
They play basketball in the beginning. Actually, I checked later.
Off.
They play
Junji Ito collection.
I thought that they played basketball the whole thing,
anime,
but they actually play basketball the whole episodes. It's really bad.
And Junji Ito is like a collection of horror stories, and they made an adaptation of those.
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah. I was always done.
Okay. You were always done. You just start and you're done immediately.
Oh yeah. Podcast canceled. Junji Ito collection is look, I've never really read Junji Ito stuff.
Me neither.
I don't get the impression this is giving it the right light. You know what I mean? The first episode I watched the whole thing. It was very uneven and messy, and I could kind of see the appeal of it, but I have a feeling that everything I hated about it was just because of the way it was put together.
It's the thing that interests me is, like, I know Japanese often find horror funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is like one of those, if it's like supposed to be a comedic horror spin,
which I like. I thought it had like an interesting, like, dynamic to it. It wasn't funny enough or horrific enough.
No, same. It's like a very nothing show for me.
Yeah.
It's saying nothing. It shows nothing. It's about nothing. And of all of those, the aesthetic can be interesting. The characters can be interesting, I guess. But the main deal breaker for me is that it's saying nothing.
It's also ugly.
It doesn't have a message. It doesn't say anything about anything.
Yeah. I mean, I like that it's just a collection of short stories. It's nice to have that, like, because one of my biggest problems with, like, the seasonal anime thing is that, like, a lot of shows that don't need 12 episodes get stretched to 12 episodes. And a lot of shows that need more episodes get squeezed down to 12. you know? But like when you have just a bunch of short stories, it's, you know, just as long as you can fit into like an episode, maybe 2 episodes if it's like a bigger narrative, like you're probably fine.
I mean, some episodes feature multiple stories from what I'm getting.
Yeah, me too.
Even the first one.
Yeah, at the very end, it has like a tiny little thing. And I imagine there are going to be episodes in this show that are pretty great. But I don't want to put the time in.
No, me neither. Not interested.
If someone were to come up to me like months from now and be like, "Hey, watch this episode. It's the best one." I would probably watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I would too.
Yeah, I just don't care to find
So,
out.
you know, it's kind of great that it has that. Like every episode is like completely something different. It's not even episodic. Like
it's a different fucking show every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh! Here we go!
Oh my god!
We go. I think you were spitting fighting words a few days ago.
Oh yeah!
Oh man! Next up is Karakai Jouzu no Takagi-san. This is a great show. I fucking love it. Oh, it made me so happy.
This show is about 2 little middle school kids. It's about a boy and a girl, and the girl is constantly mocking the kid, and he's trying to get back at her.
Yep.
Also, he's in love with the girl.
Yeah, and she's in love with him.
The girl is in love with... I'm not clear from the first episode.
No, it's very obvious. Look, no. The voice acting is perfect. It perfectly shows how like she's secretly into him. The fucking... No, did you see the eraser? Like the whole point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, but he had a 50-50 chance.
Aside from that, every like supposed to be romantic scene is made just to mock him.
And it's great. The tension is so great. It's so like, oh my god. I love this show. I think it's great. Now, I will say, I don't think it's as good as the manga.
It's a good show. I think it's a good show. It looks interesting. It sounds interesting. It has an interesting premise.
The girl has the best character design of all time.
The girl? Yeah, she's great. Just a little bit of a 5-head, you know?
But I love how round her head is. That's like my favorite thing. This is the other girl. This is the only other one where I'm like, best girl of the season. I don't know. She's also great. But I like the other one more. What's her name? 02? Yeah, 02.
It's also funny, and I recognize that.
Yeah.
But here's what I don't like.
Yeah.
It's just painful to watch.
I guess so. If you go into this expecting there to be anything like with a resolution, you're not gonna get.
The guy was just constantly losing to this fucking bitch.
He never wins, ever.
Look, I'm fucking man mode, okay? I was never in this scenario. I was trying to think, maybe I'm projecting maybe my past experience into this. I was never in this situation. So it's just painful for me to watch this little boy get wrecked constantly.
I love it.
By this stupid bitch.
No, he's
letting his guard down constantly because he's in love with her.
No. But here's the thing. So the first episode adapts like, I don't know, the first couple chapters of the manga. My favorite part about the manga is that I had the same impression you did when I read it. Like those first couple chapters, I'm like, okay, this is fun, but it's a little annoying seeing him get the shit beat out of him. The manga continues to just fuck with you though, and it continues to it does things with the main character where he'll like try to quadruple meta outwin her, but even then, the stakes in terms of not what's happening, but the levels in which they're fighting each other, it's like they're fighting on a fifth dimensional plane, you know. It's so fucking fun.
It just have to see my perspective. I'm the guy who usually fucks with people. I like to mess with girls constantly. That's attractive, and I just don't like to see this little boy be dominated by this stupid bitch.
I don't know, man. Well, that sounds pretty sexist of you. I don't know. Sounds like you're gonna get shoot by the YouTube police.
The girl got into his head and was constantly fucking with him, and he was only thinking how he's going to get fucked with. That's his life.
Yep.
That's how he has to live with himself. When am I going to get fucked? I love this girl. I just wish she would stop bullying me just a little bit. I want to get back at her. You're wrong.
No. This is not the impression that the show's giving off. It's not that he wants her to stop. It's that he wants to win. He wants to beat her so that then he can like feel on her level. And he actually, as the manga goes on, if I remember correctly, it's been a little while, like he gets more into it. Like he starts to like the teasing. Because it's part of her. It's kind of like a weird like Stockholm syndrome thing. I do not get the impression that he's like, oh, if only she would stop bullying me. No, that's not it at all.
Yeah, sure. I agree with that. Look, I know they're little kids. I'm just a dumb,
little kids,
chauvinistic
but this is
guy
the hottest
who
chick
hates
on
watching
Earth.
Guys lose.
Best character design. Love her.
Not hot.
Love her.
Not hot at all.
Look.
Stop, Homo. Please don't say she's hot. I'm reconsidering our friendship, okay?
for the video, I'm gonna put on the fucking screenshot that like made me lose my shit. It's the one where she's sitting at the desk, her head on the table, looking at him all cute.
Oh yeah, I know. I imagined at that moment. I imagined you like getting hard.
Oh yeah, no, I was already hard the whole time.
Disgusting.
I had just so many times that it like was just leaking out of my pants, just right out. Anyways,
this is a good example, right? She looks at him all cute, and he gets all blushy, and oh no, I like her. Oh no, and then she fucks with him again.
Yep.
In my position, I would just be like, "What are you looking at, bitch?"
Yeah, great. Sorry you have so many issues with the girls. Sorry, you can't have a cute little bitch like that. I'm so sorry, man mode.
No, a girl can't fuck with a guy on this level. It's impossible. Be a man.
I think. Okay, now you're projecting. You were safe up until now.
This is projecting.
Oh yeah, of course. But that's fine. That's the man mode way. I'm not even against what you're saying.
Actually, I'm not even against what you're saying. I think it's a great show. I think it's a great show. I just cannot stand.
The guy.
I just cannot stand.
This guy's
the guy
getting
getting
cucked
bullied
so hard. Oh, look at how hard he's getting cucked. Actually, I think it's a great show.
I mean, it has some great comedy. It's, Anyway. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
That's fine.
It's making me
uncomfortable.
Feel all kind of things.
You're falling in love with the lollies actually. Like I do?
Oh, no, not that.
Killing bites.
Forget about that. Speaking of hot girls.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
This show.
Damn.
It's about beast warriors and they beat each other up. And also, the main girl is hot as fuck. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Like that's all it is.
The main girl is fucking hot.
Like
the muscles.
Like way too hot.
And the hips. The hips, dude, they're so wide. She could fit 2 babies in there, probably.
Yeah, the giant, like, fucking thighs. Great.
Ugh.
Great character design.
Ugh.
Also, the show's for furries.
Yeah. So what happens at the beginning is this girl gets kidnapped and is about to get raped. Turns out she's very strong, kills all the guys except for the driver. They drive to a junkyard where she meets another guy that is super strong and they fight.
Yep. I was thinking, Mamon and I watched this one together, and I remember saying while the giant lion dude and the main girl were fighting, I was hoping that they were talking about like, oh man, who's gonna win this one? Like they're like, you know, roasting each other up, and I was thinking they were just gonna take their clothes off and start fucking, and whoever comes first would win.
Two beastmen.
Yeah, that'd be great. Lion versus badger. Oh yeah, she's a badger.
So yeah, they turn into these.
Oh yeah,
fucking animals.
I skipped that part.
Like, of course, the girl only turns her arms and legs into like fur.
Because you have to be able to see her tits.
She keeps the hot things, right?
Yeah.
The genitalia.
The ass.
And the boobies. It's edgy.
Oh yeah.
And it's self-aware.
And you know.
And it's good.
Well, you know what? We only made it.
Not for me.
We only made it like what, 12, 13 minutes in.
Yeah, like 15.
Sure.
Yeah.
Those first like 15 minutes are fantastic. Like, it really is hilarious. Like, it's so over the top. It's so ridiculous. A ton of fun. Like, we were having a great time watching this. Kind of in a it's so bad it's good way, but also in like it's a legitimately like kind of fun show to watch. But
I mean, the action is well directed, well animated.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks decent. Like it looks good when it needs to. And the
more
girl,
than anything, I can see myself like 8 years ago enjoying this a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
And that's what also made it a little bit more entertaining for me.
The biggest problem is that after all that, everything settles the fuck down, and you see the main girl go all crazy tsundere, and it's like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, her personality is all over the place.
It's a fucking mess.
And I hate the beta guy.
He's terrible.
The driver.
He's terrible. Look at the picture. I'm gonna put it on the fucking video.
It gets so
look
boring.
Look at the main girl. Look at all the guys in the background, and then look at the main dude. Look at him. Yeah. Why is he even here?
We all thought the same. If this show was about beast
fucking
animal, human, whatever, fighting each other in this over-the-top action sequences and, you know, roasting each other and being an edgy show, we would enjoy it. But it gets boring after that. Yeah. It happens in a restaurant, I think, the next scene.
Yeah, it's fucking boring.
Anyway, I have some respect for it, but nah.
If someone could just put together a big compilation of all the fight scenes, I would really like that.
Yeah. I mean, you can just, when it's over, you can just watch the AMV fights.
Yeah, exactly.
The Linkin Park music.
That's all you're really going to get out of it anyways. Oh, yes! Oh my god, I'm so hyped for this. Next up, Koi wa Ameagari no yo ni, or After the Rain. Oh yeah.
Such a good
This show is excellent. This is one that could easily be the best of the season by the end. It's fucking great. The character designs.
Can you get into what it is?
I just want to say this off the bat. You look at it. I know what you're thinking. The girl's got a giraffe neck. I know. Just, it's fine. Get used to it. It'll be okay. So.
Didn't bother me.
Look, as a longtime Persona 3 fan, you are too. I'm sure you've noticed the giraffe neck problem.
I did. Didn't bother me.
Exactly. But a lot of people look at that, and that's like a big turnoff for them. And I'm just saying.
I mean,
giraffe neck.
To those people, I just cannot say anything. Like, different art style, if you can't enjoy them, I don't know.
I think people are just racist against the giraffe neck race.
Yeah. They're racist to giraffe people.
Anyway, this is a romance show, a very sweet, a very calm, very rainy. Like, rain is a huge theme in the show. Just romance show between this like very like classically elegant Japanese girl who's just adorable, fucking adorable, and this like this older manager of the cafe that she works at, who's like, he's divorced with his wife, he has a kid, he's not really sure what he's looking for out of a relationship. Oh my god, that's what it is. Like, I don't.
And yeah, they're into each other.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first episode, it's not that clear that the old dude is into this girl. I think he's an old guy. It's been a while since he had a relationship.
Yeah.
He's kind of confused and a little what's the word? Dense.
Yeah, sure, but for me, like the way he reacts, I think the reason I would say that he's clearly like into her in the first episode, even if he's like not fully admitting to it yet, is because like look at the way he reacts to her versus every other girl in the restaurant. And it's not just because of like the way she acts. It's like,
doesn't he just act normal to all of the people in the restaurant?
Yeah, he just acts like a normal manager, but like around her, it's like it's just like this different kind of thing where he just gets confused, like he doesn't really know how to react.
I didn't really feel that, man.
Maybe. But whatever.
But anyway, I think we both like the dude and the girl a lot.
Yeah.
The girl is just, the word I would describe is very feminine.
Oh yeah.
Which I appreciate a lot. She's cute. She's very slick.
As
and
fuck.
she has a great personality.
Oh yeah, that too. I think.
Yeah, go on.
What's so interesting about the show, you know, we can talk about like what happens in it and everything, but like you and I, we watched it and like we were just silent the whole fucking time. The whole show, we were just so like agape at like what the fuck we were watching. It was so great. Like, oh my god, it just sinks you right into the show like immediately.
Yeah, and it has also an interesting art style.
Oh yeah,
it's very pretty. And the rain, you just reminded me. It goes with every lo-fi hip hop song ever.
That's right.
Just every shot of this.
That's right.
Like the big girls, the long neck, and no mouth, very shoujo-esque style, I would say.
You know,
of the girl.
The only thing I don't like about this show, I like the OP a lot. I like the ED a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
the
ED to Asterisk War, it should have been this. It should have been for this. It's even.
I don't remember the ED.
I'm waiting for the rain.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
I remember being very into the opening.
It has
it's
rain
fantastic.
in the title. Oh, why did it have to get wasted? It's a great song. Why did it have to get wasted on fucking Asterisk War? Why? Oh well.
I don't know about the Asterisk War.
It's a great ED. Terrible show. Great ED. Anyways, this is a good show. I liked it a lot. It made me feel happy and confused.
Yeah, it's a good, like, legit good romance story, I think, and I think it's going to be continue to be great. I don't see this one getting.
Oh
bad,
yeah, I feel like this one
honestly.
has like a plan, and it looks great too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way everything is like drawn is very like nice to look at, and the animation is nice. I love, my favorite animation bit is the scene where the main girl and the dude are in the like an office together. They're alone, and he's like typing on a computer, and she just like stares at the camera. It's like a straight shot at her, and she like very like slowly like walks up closer. It's a, I wish I could describe the shot better. I'll show it in the video, obviously, but like she just like nudges herself to the screen very quickly. It's very adorable. Like that's my favorite bit. But like there's a lot of little things like that in this show that just.
Usually in romances, they have to sell you on the idea of these two people progressing their relationship, right? It has to be believable. I don't care in other shows as much if two people get together. The romances, it has to have that element of believability. And it's just sold it so good because the manager is such a goof.
He's hilarious.
He's such a believable human being. He's nice, middle-aged guy and very reasonable with everything he does.
Yeah. And
he's not perfect. He's just normal. He's just a cool dude.
Is good. He's a good show. I think we talked about it enough. All right. Up next is Kokkoku.
Kokkoku.
Kakao carrot cake.
Kakaki.
Yeah. This show is terrible. Awful. It's a time traveling show, but it's all about beating people up with time travel powers.
But technically, Hobo, they're not time traveling. They're just stopping time.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares?
I don't care. I don't care about the show.
Oh, it's terrible. Here's the thing, though. There is only one thing of worth in this show. Two things, to be exact.
Yeah.
The OP and
the ED, baby.
What the fuck happened? How did...
I want to explain the experience of watching this. First, we watched Violet Evergarden together. Weren't into it. We'll get to it. The Kokkoku starts, and right away, it has one of the most ugly character designs we've ever seen. It looks fucking horrible.
Awful.
The art is so bad.
It's not even... Oh, God.
It's not human.
Yeah.
And then the opening starts. And we just silently just wait for it. Yeah, man, I'm liking it. And all of a sudden, we both start jamming out. The visuals are going crazy. It's fucking awesome. It's the best opening song so far from this season, from this year.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to stay like one of the best.
It is like it doesn't have anything to do with like the show.
No, nothing. It's not like, even representative of the themes of the show. It's like a Japanese pop song.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a party song almost.
Yeah, it's like a dance kind of thing.
Yeah,
like a rave song.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the way the music and the visuals just sync up is so perfect. It's crazy. Yeah. It's a really hype song.
ED, on the other hand, still a great song, but the fucking drawings,
the visuals. Oh my god!
Every screen, every fucking drawing in that last in the Eddie. God damn it! In the Eddie, in the ED is worth taking a screenshot of, which I did.
Which you did,
and you probably can see them on the screen right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But like, the show itself, not good. Not good.
Yeah, I just don't understand how it's like the ED and the OP are so good that it makes the show worse. But it was already bad. So it's just don't even fucking care about the show. Just go watch the OP.
We don't even have much to say about it because it's bad in every single way. The character designs look ugly, the art is ugly, the CG is ugly as sin.
It's bad.
The plot is dumb, the writing is horrible. Mm-hmm. The soundtrack stupid.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. It doesn't match the theme of the anime. Like, I can't even explain what this is all about. But there is a moment
time travel fights
where they stop time and they just casually walk through the city with their whole while their family member is being kidnapped. Then turns out that the bad guys also have the time stopping powers. But then the good guys have a superior time travel powers. And then a CG monster shows up. That's the first episode.
It's really that bad. It's so terrible.
And it sounds a little interesting, but it's like you said, it's so boring. It's
oh my god. Like, I think the only reason we finished it is because the OP hyped us up so much that it carried us all the way through until the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I just cannot.
And I'm glad we made it because we got to watch that ED.
How in contrast of the opening and ending, how ugly, offensively ugly the show looks. I mean, it's clear someone else did the opening and ending. It's so clear.
Yeah.
It's like night and day. It's not even comparable.
I thought about this a lot. I seriously think that, like, the studio who made the show, who fucking made it? Geno Studio. I think that they told another studio, like, hey, we need you to make our OP. We don't give two shits what you do. Mm-hmm. And they just went crazy.
Yeah, just gave them the character designs, and they made it all better with the opening and ending.
Crazy. Moving on.
Yeah.
Mame Neko. This is another short show. I didn't watch this. This is, I don't even think it's been, not only has this not been subbed, I can't even find this show anywhere. I don't even think anyone's has like a fucking rip of it anywhere. So, next up, Mira no Kaikata, or How to Keep a Mummy.
And this show has exactly one good thing about it.
The cutest fucking mummy on earth.
This seems like to me that the one who wrote or made the show, or I don't know what this is based off of. Yeah, manga. The mangaka had an idea for this cute mummy and then centered the show around that design, that mummy. And everything about this is bad except for the mummy.
Yep. The mummy is very nice. Every scene with the mummy is adorable and excellent. But every single word that comes out of the main character's mouth is the worst word you've ever heard in your life. It's awful.
Oh my god. Like the character, the main guy, doesn't like compliment the cutesiness of the show.
Yeah.
So it just ruins like everything.
It's not like Kana from Dragon Maid, where everyone's like into how cute she is. Mm-hmm. This is just like, oh, it's like you're watching the show and you're watching the plot happen. And then like the mummy just cuts in and does something adorable and no one reacts to it. Like in a way that you would expect. It's fucking weird. It's weird.
And the thing is, the mummy is the only cute thing about this, and it looks great, but everything else looks ugly compared to it.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, they were showing like these scenes of the apartment, and it's so bad. I think I can make this apartment look better if I tried.
I said that it looks like everything is made of plastic.
And they just keep showing the apartment. I don't know why.
Over and over again. They keep showing it like they're really proud of their work.
Yeah. Look at this.
Every fucking character, they have this weird thing going on with their eyes, where if their hair is past it like covers their eyes. Most shows will do that thing where like you'll see like the line of their eyes through their hair. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. This show just puts like a blur effect over the hair. It's really weird. You probably didn't notice it if you watched the episode, but now that I mentioned it, you can't unsee it. It's really fucking weird.
I mean, we're kind of understating how unlikable this main character is.
He's really the worst.
He's a faggot. He's a dick. Mm-hmm. He's not interesting.
He's rude. He's a rude dude.
He's like I don't think so, because Naruto is interesting in a lot of ways.
Okay, sure. I just mean the kind of like, what? Oh my god!
This guy is just straight up unlikable.
Screamy guy. Yeah, he's terrible.
And he's being a dick to this little cute mummy, which I don't appreciate at all.
This poor baby. You know, one thing I didn't think about too much. The mechanics of how you would even get a mummy this small. He's tiny.
It's a little fetus.
He's not. Yeah, this ain't no baby. This is smaller than a baby. This is kind of a nightmare situation we got going on.
Let's not think about it. Let's not think about this show anymore. Let's move on.
Let's go. Ooh! Oh. Mitsuboshi Colors!
No, this show is great.
This show is excellent.
Get behind the moe of this show.
This show is it's so cute. It's so pleasant. Every character is excellent. The main characters, the side characters, they're all, oh my god.
It's an innocent show about 3 little girls playing around. They're just playing.
That's all it is.
And having a fun time.
They have a club. Like, they have their own little, like, clubhouse that maybe they built, maybe their parents built. You don't fucking know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
they have, like,
but
this clubhouse.
The appeal of it is that it's like shitty looking and, you know, it's handcrafted, right?
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I fucking... See, everything in this show, it's meant to, like... The things that happen are ridiculous, of course, but, like, it's trying to be as realistic as possible, and I really appreciate that. Like... It wants you to really believe that these 3 girls are best friends and that they really want to just have like a it's actually more like a detective kind of thing. Like a lot like at least the first episode they were doing like they were like investigating. Is that what they're called? They're like called the investigation team, aren't they? Whatever.
I don't know.
Something like that, doesn't matter. But yeah, they fucking they go around doing shit. It's great.
It's funny. It's super funny.
So funny.
It's my favorite comedy of this season, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculously funny.
And part of the comedy comes from, like, awesome voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
And the girls' personalities. I don't know. They established their personalities so quick in, like, few minutes of the show. All of the girls are cute. They're adorable. They're innocent. And they're great.
Oh yeah, best girl is the blue hair girl. She
yeah.
she
explain it.
Every time, she wins superiority over something. She likes to rub her literal foot in their face. This is a reoccurring thing. It's fucking great.
You can post the pictures I posted in Discord.
Oh
where
yeah,
I
definitely
photoshopped your face.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, that whole scene. So that scene that is on screen is like this whole. It's the aftermath of this this genius, like super lengthy for a comedy like scenario where the girls somehow find a toy rocket launcher that looks scarily realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just about like this. They're messing around with this police officer who's like, you know, friends with them.
They aim the rocket, the RPG at him.
Yeah, they're like about to fire it.
And
he's like,
you don't know if it's really going to fire.
Yeah, because there's a character they established earlier in the episode where like he has a lot of things that are like really real, and you kind of put the piece together like they probably got this toy from him. So it's like this could be real, or it could at least do something that's like damaging. So it's kind of tense, and it gets to its like fucking climax when somehow the police officer manages to take hold of the rocket launcher, and he decides to fucking fire the rocket at 3 elementary schoolers.
Yeah.
Just the shot of the fucking police officer shooting down 3 little girls is my favorite fucking thing. It's so
super
good.
Funny. We were both laughing our asses off.
We were dying the whole time. Holy shit.
I mean, just this exchange of little girls, elementary school girls, getting a rocket launcher, trying to blow the officer, and then he takes their rocket launcher. I wish I could blow that
officer, if you know what I mean.
Fucking... Okay. Switches the safety on. Turns out it was off.
Yeah, it has a safety. Why does it have a safety?
Fires a rocket at them. The girl catches the fucking missile and throws it back in the officer's balls.
Yep.
And then the blue
girl
steps on his head.
It's so good. Oh my god. Just beginning to end, that is the funniest scene I've seen in months. Like, holy shit. It's so good.
Other than that, it's not well animated, but I think the show lives up to its name, Mitsuboshi Colors, because
it's fair.
It's like pretty.
It's good enough for what it is.
And the character designs, for the most part, like they have great color palettes.
Oh yeah, I love the character designs. They're great. Never mind.
It's adorable in a way that doesn't make me feel weird. And
good. That's how we trap you.
Fuck off. I imagine you felt different things than I did when we were watching this
maybe. I'm not going to admit one thing or another.
Maybe.
Yeah, what do you mean to say? I'm just going to drink out of my drink.
Do you want me to share the police evidence with the world?
No! No! That is not okay. That cannot be shared to the world.
Guys, to you listening, I'm gonna make sure to blackmail Hobo into releasing the police evidence in this podcast.
If you want the police evidence, look, the only way they're going to be able to find it, no one's ever going to fucking find it. The only way they're going to be able to do it is if they go to the link in the description, click on the fucking Discord invite, they go to the fucking Gassy Boys thing, they click on the pins, like the pinned messages. No one's going to fucking do that.
Yeah,
I'm safe.
It's there if you want to see the police evidence.
Police evidence.wave.
Hobo being a pedo. You can find it in our Gassy Boys Discord in the pins.
It's not like anyone's going to do that. Fuck that.
But it's a relatable show. Like, it makes you think of how you were playing as a child.
Oh, yeah. That's like my favorite thing about it. It's like, it reminds me so much of like what my life was like when I was in elementary school, you know?
Yeah. And all the adults in this place are just kind of playing along. They're into it.
Yeah. They realize the kids are just having fun and they're just going to let them have their fun. Mm-hmm. I will say I have no fucking clue how the show will continue to be that good.
Same.
I hope it continues to be funny.
I think it can just carry the show based on the girls' personalities and what they do.
I agree. It's just that they got to keep the scenarios entertaining and interesting. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a good show. It's a really good show.
Yeah,
what's up next? Märchen Mädchen.
I'm sure some German is going to hear that and be terrified by what you just said.
Märchen Mädchen. That's better. Märchen Mädchen.
Okay, I'm not gonna repeat that. I'm gonna do a horrible job.
This show, it's about a girl who goes to the library and she gets magic.
I don't even know what the show is all about, to be honest. Neither.
It's like a magical girl thing, but it's not at all. It seems like a really edgy magic, like shonen fight thing, but they're all girls, and the main character sucks ass. This is a terrible show.
It's a light novel adaptation, right? Let me look at this.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it feels like a light novel adaptation.
Yeah,
it's an isekai.
You mention it.
It's an isekai, first of all.
Is it? Oh yeah, I guess it is.
It breaks the fourth wall constantly, which is what light novelers like to do for some reason.
Oh yeah,
it's such a cheap way of like, oh, look at my light novel, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's bad. Don't watch it. Move on.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Pop Team Epic. People are. I don't know. This show is weird. You literally just watched it, right? Like a couple hours ago.
Okay. This show is nothing.
It's nothing.
It's about nothing, and it has absolutely no value as a piece of art, as anime, or anything that exists on this planet Earth.
It's a gag manga. Like, it's just an animated adaptation of a gag manga. It's fucking random bullshit. Makes no sense. It's just whatever. Happening, like, at 1,000,000 miles per hour.
At best, at very best, it's a horrible shitpost. Only able to make me chuckle by references. Oh, look, your name.
Yeah, the Your Name thing was fucking ridiculous. I couldn't believe they did that.
I mean, it's funny just because it's your name.
Yeah.
It's not funny because it has comedy.
I agree. If this was a YouTube thing, like if this was like a YouTube channel thing, I would love it. I would think it would it's like amazing. Mm-hmm. But as like an actual anime that I have to watch that's like on Crunchyroll and has an OP, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't know. It's not great. It's not that funny.
It's full 24-minute animated TV show.
Is it though?
But the thing is,
yeah, you explain it.
Yeah, it's the first part is voiced by male voice actors, and the second part is just the same as the first one, but voiced by females.
It's literally the episode repeated it again after the halfway point, but with different voice actors.
Exactly.
Why?
I think they're male and females.
Whose idea was this? Yeah, no, it's that. You're right. No, it's male the first time, all male, and then all female the second time. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Were they just trying to fill up time? Like what? What the fuck?
Viewer, just think about this. You're wasting precious time on this earth by watching horrible gags that are not funny. Yeah. Don't watch this. It's not anything. It's nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah. I don't hate it. Like I don't feel offended. I finished the first episode and I was like, what the fuck? Like what?
Yeah, what is the meaning of all this? Why does this exist? That was my question. Why does this exist?
I've seen funnier shows that have a lot more to say on like everything and are much better put together. It's like, because I think the idea is that like, oh, it's crazy, it's hilarious, it's gonna be like way funnier than like anything ever, but it's not that fucking funny. That's like the only purpose it's trying to serve, and it's not funny, you know? Terrible. Well, not terrible, just disappointing. Up next is Ramen Daisuki Koizumi-san. This show's okay.
No.
It's about a girl who sees another girl who likes ramen. She likes the ramen girl, so she follows her around and eats ramen with her. I liked it. It was pleasant.
Fuck this show.
Yeah?
I'm not into anything this show is about. I only watch it.
It's a little Yuri baity. That's the only thing I didn't really love.
First of all, I hate the main blonde girl.
Oh yeah.
I said before, I hate those types of characters who act all high and mighty, who purposely ignore people when they talk to them. And I hate even more people who admire those characteristics. The other girl.
I like that. My favorite thing about the main girl, the like purple hair girl, is that she just does not give a shit what the blonde hair girl has to say. It will just follow her forever. I really respect that. I like that she's just into her and she just won't be beaten down by her insults.
Yeah, sure. I also dislike the idea of watching anime characters eat food. There's an anime that does this a little better, in my opinion. We'll get to it.
Oh yeah.
It's just something I'm so over. I'm over it.
I think
it's the cheapest way of making fucking nerds care about nothing. She's eating food and overreacting. I love the fucking spaghetti noodles. I love ramen.
I think there's some things that are interesting and I like.
Is this comedy?
No.
I mean, I think it's supposed to be comedic, right?
I didn't really see that.
Why would...
Like it's more like charming. It's more just like it makes me feel good. I don't think it has much of an appeal beyond like the first episode. Like I'd be shocked if anything interesting happens in the second episode, and I'll probably drop it after that. I don't know. I think like the biggest problem I have with it is that it's just too long. Like this is not a show that needed to be a 24-minute 12 episode series. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a fucking like 4-koma manga with a really fun and simple kind of idea that could have very easily been a really pleasant like 12 episodes maybe that are like 7 or 8 minutes, maybe 12 if you really want to push it, you know? So that's an annoying thing, because I don't, how is there possibly enough material in this to last 12 episodes? That's just,
well, with me it's
unlikely.
just I find this anime useless. I don't find it funny. I don't find it cute. It's about a girl eating ramen and girl.
There's just better shows like this. There's better shows that'll give you the similar feeling in this same season. You know?
Well, after Shokugeki no Soma, which has more of has more substance in quotations than this show, I just don't care about watching anime characters react to food unless it has meaning.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah, enough of noodles. Okay, first of all, I just want to say this next show, Sanrio Danshi.
What?
No. What? Are you?
No.
No,
no,
what?
We're talking... No. We're talking about...
Yeah, I skipped this one.
Oshikoto. This show is great. I'm a big fan of it.
What?
I think... I was very, on the fence about it until I saw what it was trying to do. I'm so into it. I love it. I love it so much.
To be fair, I only watched 8 minutes.
It is so ridiculous. It is so over the top. You only watched 8 minutes. Oh, so you didn't get to the bath scene of the best bath scene of all time?
Oh, please, I don't want to see it. I can only imagine. Can you explain a little bit?
So this show is about a dude.
No, I will explain it. Fuck off. Okay. It's about shogi. Not really. To me, the most boring looking thing in the world that I don't know nothing about, shogi. It uses that in the beginning to tell the story. And the 16-year-old beta cuckboy milquetoast anime protagonist that has the most boring, lazy character design in the world is best at shogi.
Yeah.
He gets home.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. He gets home one day, and there's a 19-year-old lolly waiting for him and calling him master.
No, you said 19. No. 9.
Did I say 19? I made a mistake.
19.
It's 9-year-old lolly waiting for him and calling him master.
She's adorable.
They start playing, and she goes into some fucking weird psycho mode where she's good all of a sudden. And the camera focuses on her butt, on the little 9-year-old lolly butt.
Yes!
And she's super good all of a sudden at shogi.
Yes! It's so fucking hype.
And a 9-year-old girl is competing against a master of shogi.
Yeah. It's fucking wonderful. See, I love it on so many different levels. First off, the lolly baiting and the fan service is so over the top. I fucking love it. It's just, oh my god. It knows what it is. It's not trying to fucking hide it. It wants you to enjoy yourself with this lolly shit.
Well, what I explained is what I watched the first 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing I liked about it. And I was explaining it as a bad thing, and you were like, yes! Yes!
Yeah, it's great! No, because first off, I think shogi's super fun to watch, and it's super interesting. It's because...
Do you understand it?
Not really. But even March came in with a lion. It's a good show. And it's a lot of shogi.
I didn't watch that one, but I don't know.
Maybe I'm coming into it from the perspective of understanding how characters play shogi in that show, but I think that's fair. I like watching them play. I think it's intense. I think it's oh shit, what's going on? I like watching games like this.
That sounds a little stupid, to be honest.
I fucking love it. It's fun.
It's more boring than chess
mode.
To me.
I don't think chess is boring.
I mean, it's boring to watch a bunch of anime characters play it.
No, it depends on the characters. So I think the main character, he's whatever. I don't really give a shit about him. It's more that like I enjoy the fact that the writer of this ridiculous light novel was able to like make a character so generic, but like his backstory and his place in the world is like, it's pretty interesting, and it actually makes a lot of sense as to why he would act the way he does in comparison to most people. So I'm able to believe that a guy like this is very careful and very nervous around girls because he sits most of the day practicing fucking shogi all day. He's not a useless, like whatever kind of fucking scum of the earth guy. He dropped out of school, worked his ass off, became one of the best shogi players on earth. I respect that hustle. That's fucking great. His best friend's like a fucking hot like shogi player too. Just like a, I don't know, romantic thing. I don't know. I hope they go the romantic lolly direction. That'd be
do you
fucking
respect
hilarious.
The main character from Ero Manga Sensei then?
Not really.
He didn't really drop, but he's expert at writing light novels. He has been practicing it his whole life. I don't know.
The difference with that is that like, okay, this character, he has like a sense of like drive that is outside of other people, and like so what bothered me so much about the Ero Manga Sensei main character is that like his whole point of living is fucking Sayori.
Honestly, can't see it. I think they're the same boring copy-paste character.
Look, I see what you're saying. There are similarities, but I think that there's a difference in the nuance that's pretty like nice. I think like on top of all this, on top of like the main character being fine, in my opinion, the fucking lolly girl, fucking adorable. I think she's great. Character design. She
don't like it.
She wants to. She left home. She ran away from home. She wants to be a shogi player, like the main character, like her master, who she watched play shogi like 3 months ago. She's been practicing ever since. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't really have time for this, but I'll play a game with you. I got to see your skills, I guess. And of course, she almost beats him. She's like a fucking shogi master.
Does make sense.
It's great. No, it totally makes sense.
I hope this is like another two-car situation where a little later you will realize that this show is just
I don't think so. I think this is really great. Like I think like the reason that she's like a shogi master, like the reason that works is because shogi really is kind of a game of like strategy and memorization, and she just has like this innate primal ability to memorize. And it's not just that. It's not that she just like effortlessly just understand shogi. They go out of their way to constantly describe how like for like a minute on end, they're just going like, she did this and this and this for like 3 months straight. Shogi was her entire life. So like she clearly understands the game, and on top of that is very skilled and talented and has a very like impressive ability.
For a 9-year-old girl, don't buy it. Honestly, don't buy it. I know how a 9-year-old child looks like. Don't buy it.
Okay, this is also a fucking show with the fucking girl gets out of the bathroom, she's a lolly, and he falls on her boob, pretty much.
You cut out again.
Oh, I cut out again. Oh,
You're
no.
Cutting out constantly, but I'm just dealing with it.
Oh, well. I don't know what's up with that, but oh, well. Fucking live. It's a great show. Look.
No, it's a bad show.
Look. I was into it, and then you find out they play shogi the whole night. The whole night, the little girl, they're playing shogi, and they wake up, and little lolly girl makes main character do breakfast. It's fucking adorable. And then she goes to take a shower,
No.
They show some good scenes. I'm like, okay, that's fun. But then the main rival girl knocks on the fucking door of the apartment because she's like, yeah, we had like a scheduled like meeting thing. We were gonna practice together, remember? And he's like, oh shit. And he's freaking out. And in any other situation, I would be super annoyed by this. Like, any main character is just like, girls, but this is not that. There is a 9-year-old naked girl right behind me. I cannot open this door.
Of course.
I love it. It's so fucking good. And like,
I don't think we'll be friends after this.
The way the fucking lolly girl reacts to the situation. My favorite thing on fucking earth. She's like, what do you fucking mean there's a girl at the door? What do you mean? Let me fucking see. And of course, it all ends with a big, like, thing. The girl at the door sees the main dude with over top of the lolly girl.
I'm letting you speak because I'm questioning humanity right now.
Is great.
Okay, let's move on. Let's agree to disagree, even though
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm memeing it up a little bit. I think this show has some issues, and I think, like, especially at the end, like the very end, and I'm not sure how it'll stay as fun as it was in the first episode. But fun, like,
yeah, sure.
I do think the fan service is really funny, but like, I don't know if that's not really enough to keep it interesting. I'm really hyped to see a tournament fucking show with a little lolly girl beating everyone up at shogi. That's pretty hyped to me.
Okay, I wish you wouldn't, but you know.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm memeing too. You enjoyed it. Fine. I don't like it at all.
Look, lollies. Like, police evidence dot wave.
I get it.
Police evidence dot fucking wave. Sanrio Danshi.
Didn't watch it at all. Gonna be honest, I didn't have a lot of time today, and I had to sacrifice one show. This one has a bunch of dudes, and they have all their animals. I read the premise, said, I'm gonna sacrifice this one. It's probably bad.
Yeah, you didn't lose out on much. It starts off with like a theater scene. It's really boring. It's weird. Whatever. This show sucks. It's like, I think it's a Fujoshi thing, but I'm not even sure because there's no girls. Like, usually in Fujoshi bait stuff, there's like a girl, like a main girl. But like, this is all just guys, and they're just hanging out, and they look nice. They're like,
I mean, I'm glad that I missed out on this one because I think out of all of these pictures that I'm seeing on the chart, this one looks the most like I don't want to even see this one.
It's not great.
It has cute boys in it. Don't care.
Next up, slow start.
Speaking of cute boys, this show has no cute boys. Only cute girls.
Only cute girls. They are very cute.
And Hobo loves it, probably. Me, no, not as much.
Not really. I did not like this at all. The girls are very cute. The purple hair girl, who's voiced by the same voice actor as Kana, is cute because she's playing the exact same role as Kana.
Yeah.
But like, there's nothing. This is nothing.
It's a little boring, but I don't mind it. It's like wholesome and it can be fun. There's nothing offensive about it.
No, not really. It just didn't make me laugh. It didn't
well made.
Interest me. It reminds me of like there were a few shows like this from 2016, I think. That I wish I could remember the fucking names. That for some reason there was a single season when we had like 3 shows like this, and they were all the same. They're not. This is not a bad show, Slow Start. It's just very boring. And I mean,
let's explain it in one sentence what this is. It's about a girl going to a new high school, wanting to make friends with someone, and she meets
Kana.
3 other girls, and they become friends, and that's what the show is all about. It's about friendship.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I said, I don't think it's bad at all. I'm just not into watching a bunch of cute little girls and their fucking mouse squeak voices for 12 episodes. That's it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Oh boy!
Okay.
It's time for Sora Yorimo Tooi Basho!
Anime of the season.
Anime of the season. It's I mean, I was kind of hoping that Darling would compete with it, but we don't know yet.
Darling, I think, has the potential to be
exactly.
great, but from the beginning, this one is the best, I think.
Episode fucking 1. This is an amazing show. Like, holy shit. Placed further in the universe. This is about a girl. She's basically Yui from K-On! But she wants to do something with her life, just like Yui, and she through a series of pretty interesting circumstances meets this girl who wants to go to Antarctica. So she goes. The whole show is about them, like the main girl and the black hair girl and 2 other girls that we meet throughout the later episodes. Like they all get together. They're gonna go on a big fucking trip to Antarctica for all various reasons.
I was blown away.
It's
like what
amazing.
A first episode. What a first episode, dude. It's emotional.
Everything. It's so emotional. Everything is so on point. Like
first of all, characters very expressive. They have so many expressions, which I appreciate a lot in shows.
Oh yeah.
Because you can have like the most interesting, the craziest action. But I think expressions often sell emotions so much in anime.
Oh, yeah.
This one has great expressions. It's incredibly directed. Holy shit. It has a unique art style that grew on me.
Oh, yeah.
And what a fucking premise. What a story. It completely sells you on the idea that these girls want to go to Antarctica.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't even know how. How does the show do this?
And this show, you may be thinking it's like about cute girls, right? But it's so much more than that. It's about achieving your goals and not listening to other people put you down. Mm-hmm. Like the fucking line in the first episode, the black hair girl says, made me almost tear up, man. Mm-hmm. They're talking, and the main character is not so sure about this, and she's asking how can you still be so determined when so many people want to put you down? And she says, just let people say what they want. Wanting to show them up fires me up even more.
Yes.
And that's so a line powerful. That speaks to me so fucking strongly as someone who likes to do YouTube. There are so many people that will tell you, dude, not worth it. Not, don't do it. And, that fires me up even more. This fucking YouTube change happened recently. Yeah. Dude, it just motivates me to make even more better shit.
Oh, yeah. Just to get to the top. Yeah.
And at the core, this is what the show is all about. A place further than the universe is not just a metaphor for Antarctica. It's a metaphor for reaching out and doing something great, achieving your goals.
It's amazing. Oh man. The characters in this, I can't understate how incredible they are. Like, yeah, you said like the black hair girl, but like, yeah, and I said that the main girl is kind of like Yui, but there's a little bit more to her. It's more like she doesn't know what she wants in life, and she doesn't really know how to like express that in a way to other people that makes sense. But then when she meets like the black hair girl, she just knows that this is what she has to do,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It takes her a while to like really like put it together. My favorite bit with the main girl is when she wakes up. So the black hair girl, she's like, okay, if you're gonna go with me to Antarctica, I've had a lot of other people say this to me before that they want to go with me, but then they always fucking give up. So I'm not really one to believe you. If you really want to fucking go with me, you have to meet me at this port. I'm looking for a boat. I'll meet you at this fucking to go to this boat. I'll meet you at the train station. And main girl's like, okay, I got you. But then when she gets home, she's like, am I really gonna do this? This is I don't know. It's making me nervous. But then she fucking wakes up the next morning and she's like, what am I doing? What am I fucking doing? I have to go. I've done this a million times. I always give up. I always fuck this up. And she goes. She fucking goes.
Isn't this like really relatable to anything you're trying to achieve though? Like you wake up in the morning and you're not sure anymore. You just have to step up and do it.
Yeah, it's great. Like it just speaks to like that. It's all about motivation. No, that's it. It's just, it's so effective.
An original show. This one is made by Madhouse. It's been a while since they brought out like a really strong show.
Yeah.
This is it. This is it. I can't wait to watch this whole show. Man, I am sure this is going to be anime of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Darling continues through the next season. And we don't even know if that one is going to stay awesome. I am sure that this one is going to be fantastic.
There are also a lot of different directions this show could go in. Like, yeah, we know they're going to Antarctica, but we don't really know how. We don't, like... One theory I have in my head is, like, they keep showing the girls in Antarctica in the OP, but there is a possibility that they never make it. Like, there is a possibility that a main theme of the show is like... There's a possibility that the show is going to be about getting over failure.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but like that is a direction it could go in. It's just trying to trick you by showing that in the OP.
Yeah, that's interesting. Even though I don't think that's gonna happen, it's still an interesting.
I think that's unlikely, but I'm just trying to think like there's not really like a set path the show could go down, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course, and
it doesn't have like a traditional structure. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's not even that much about them seeing them achieve their goal. It's about how they're going to reach that, right?
Yeah, the efforts they go through.
It's about the journey. And I'm sure that's going to also be one of the messages. It's about the journey, not the destination. Probably.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
Of course.
Okay. Want to move on?
It's so good. Yeah, just...
Actually, I'm going to take over this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Toji Tomiko.
You have the wrong fucking show again.
No, I don't.
Next up is Taku no Mi.
Is it against a short?
This, I mean, short by 12 minutes.
Oh,
so this show, did you not watch this?
No, I didn't watch any short.
This show's great. Okay, do you remember last season there was that show where the cocktail one where there was the girl who got home and she drinks with her boyfriend? This is that, except a girl goes out to Tokyo, meets a bunch of cool like friends, and they all drink together in an apartment and hang out and have a good time. That's it. It's a good time. Moving on.
Toji no Miko.
Yeah.
I watched 3 minutes of this, so let me explain. All I needed to see is a bunch of kids with katanas fighting a horrible looking CG fire centipede to say no. That's all I needed.
Yep.
One of the girls gets like a mechanical armor and is now super strong.
And it looks ugly.
They finish the fight. She beats the centipede or whatever. And I'm thinking...
Firepede.
Are they supposed to impress me with this? Is this supposed to be impressive? Like, think about this.
Guess.
They went all out on this, probably. They thought this is supposed to grab my attention. Don't you find that offensive?
A little bit.
That someone would do this and say, yeah, they gonna eat this up.
This show is boring as fuck, and it's so stereotypical. It's like an action thing with a super serious, edgy story, except they're all girls this time. that's
Who
it.
the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with anime? Who the fuck makes this? For who? Why?
I don't even know how you can make cute girls.
This is
they're
pure
not even
garbage. Please die.
How do you make cute girls with swords so bad?
Why would you even make a cute girl with a show with cute girls with swords?
Okay, cute girls are fun. Swords are cool. Those things can combine in an interesting way.
I mean, you'd think, but when was that the case?
I don't know. What if you made a show about kendo?
That's not swords. It's about a sport, kendo.
Almost swords.
Not really. Kendo, not as quote unquote cool as katanas.
Okay, true, but you can make a Moe Blob show about kendo.
I'm saying kendo, probably great. Fucking cute girls taking this shit seriously and have fucking fighting a fire CG centipede with katanas.
Not great.
And it's an original.
Is it?
And it's
How?
24 episodes long.
Oh god,
Get
that's
the
right.
fuck away from me.
It's an original that feels so hard like a light novel.
Oh yeah, it has light novel written on its face.
It's painful how much it feels like a light novel. All right, let's move on. Fuck that show. It's time!
For the best show of the season.
It's everyone's hyped thing. It's probably what you came to this fucking podcast for. It's time to trash on your favorite show. This show fucking sucks.
I hate it. It's bad. Bad.
It's so bad.
Bad.
This is
bad.
the only show that offended me this season.
Violet Evergarden. I don't get the hype.
Me neither. There is what hype?
It feels like a visual novel adaptation in terms of directing, premise, soundtrack, and the writing. All of these feels like a visual novel.
Everything is awful. Everything in the show feels like it was made by like. You're right. A visual novel is a good way to describe it. Like everything is just at the lowest tier except the animation. Now, that does not mean the show looks good. It looks terrible because the directing is so bad. It's just that like still frames and like single bits of flowing hair look amazing.
Let me drop a interesting piece of information on you. We thought, we were watching a badly compressed or whatever version of it.
Yeah.
And it looked a little blurry. That's intentional. The fucking whitish look it has over it, that's intentional because they wanted to make it feel like a cozy, I don't know from what period this is.
The 40s, probably.
I mean, whatever, but they wanted to capture that aesthetic, and
what the fuck?
It loses so much detail.
It looks really bad
worse because of it.
It looks like you're watching the whole show over a layer of Vaseline. It's really fucking weird. Look, you mentioned this before we even watched it. The main girl is voiced by the girl who voiced 2B. Fantastic voice actress from that role from 2B is one of my favorite voice acting roles I've ever heard in my life. I don't know how she sounds so fucking boring in this role. Because I think what they were trying to do is like, okay, you're good at the robot voice. Can you do the robot voice? But this character isn't a robot. I thought she was a robot. Like, I seriously, for the longest time, it wasn't until the episode was almost over that I actually thought, wait a minute, was she not a robot? Like, that's how bad the voice acting was. Okay, it's not bad.
Only the voice acting.
It's ineffective.
The voice acting is actually one of the best parts about her.
Yeah, it's appealing. Like, the voice is appealing. It's not like it's grating to listen to. It's more like it confuses the character. It's a terrible voice for the role.
Well, the character, in general, is very cheesy and corny.
Oh, yeah.
And they made her like a retard. Now, I get that she lost
awful.
some memories, but I don't get why a character would act like a retard.
That's
even
why I
if
thought
they
she was a
lost their
robot.
memories.
I was like, she can't be human, right?
I forgot about
Right?
this. This is the first seasonal show I watched.
Oh yeah, it is.
I kind of forgot about it, which also speaks for its quality.
Oh yeah, I'm having a hard time even like remembering what happens.
Because I'm trying to give specifics of why she feels retarded. I'm trying to point out a specific scene. I just can't remember it. I know for a fact that there are plenty of them, though.
It's she's like constantly trying to like write shit with her pen, and she drops it. She's trying to like use her fucking it's like little things she does that just make everyone around her go, ugh.
Direction. I don't know how KyoAni fucked it up.
It's like
there were a lot of scenes that happened somehow, and you don't get the proper flow. Like two characters stand next to each other, and next cut they're so far apart, and you don't know how that transition happens.
There's a literal scene. We were watching this show together, and this sequence happens where two characters are standing right in front of each other. You see, like, the first shot of them talking together is a shot where you see them both side by side talking, or like talking to each other face to face, and you see their sides of their heads. Then they cut to it like a POV shot from one of the person's perspectives, and the other guy is like way further away. And I said, like, I literally said at that moment, how the fuck did he get over there?
Also, at the library, I don't know if I'm tripping or if I remember that, don't remember that correctly, but the dude was talking to Violet. I think that's her name, right?
Yeah, that's her name.
And he was on the one side of the library. That it looked like a kind of library area.
Yeah, it was.
And then in the next shot, he was at the other side of the library.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, and everyone was freaking out over the D-spilling sequence, which looked great, but come on. Just because it's a KyoAni show, are we supposed to overthink it?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Sure, that sequence looks great. I don't give a shit. It's awkward as fuck. Doesn't fit the scene. Has no purpose other than to make you go like, oh, I guess, should I feel sad for Robot Girl? Like, who gives a shit? No one cares.
KyoAni has really well animated scenes that have no business being that well animated.
Yes, I've talked about this before. This is how like fucked up Hibike.
Just let me finish my point.
Yeah, you go first.
But they animate the scenes that say nothing. I mean, in Hibike and other KyoAni shows like fucking the movie Koen and Katachi, Keion, they animate scenes well that have meaning. This one, look at how her hair moves while she's walking. Ooh, pretty animation. Look at us.
They literally can't find anything meaningful to animate, so they just animate the most meaningless shit.
Yeah. Although the KyoAni look is one of the strongest points for this show.
Yeah, sure. It's just, look, did you, like, as a viewer watching this, like, listening to this podcast right now, did you enjoy Myriad Colors Phantom World? Did you like that? Then why do you like this? This is so much worse. At least Myriad Colors was like, it's a fun, like, kids thing, whatever. This is garbage. There's nothing in this.
The only things I enjoyed is, like, the KyoAni.
Yeah.
Dude, but also the cute girl. She's great looking. She
looks cute.
She has a good voice actress.
But they're trying, okay, the reason it pisses me off so much, because if you haven't seen the show, you might not understand why it's so, like, grating. Every 5 seconds, we are constantly getting, like, flashbacks to how the main girl was she's like a war veteran and she lost her arms. That's why she's got the robot hands, and, like, they're trying to sell this, like, really deep emotional story with her while showing her how she spills tea because she's retarded and can't hold a cup. And, like, it's more what you're talking about with the retardation comes more from like the way she talks, and like the way she speaks. I think to other characters.
No, not at all. The things she says more than anything.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like
the way she acts. Yeah.
The phrasing and things, the way she doesn't understand conversation. It's just weird. Like they're trying to. It reminds me. We talked about like. Oh, sad for the robots earlier when we talked about what was that? Beatless?
Beatles.
Yeah. This is like the same thing. They're trying to like make you feel for like, oh, they're what is this called? Where they make you feel for something that I don't feel for at all. They just really are trying to push this idea that like, oh, you should feel sad. And I'm like, I have no reason to feel sad. I don't know who the fuck this girl is. I don't give two shits. Like, from the first minute of the fucking show, they're just immediately they're like, "Oh man, this is sad." Don't care. Don't fucking care.
Look, but the main girl, not interesting, Violet. But aside from that, in the first episode at least, there were no characters that I would even consider being likable.
Yeah.
Now. This is actually kind of ironic because even in the fucking Phantom Color, what is
Myriad Colors Phantom World?
That even in that, it has some likable characters, and KyoAni shows, man, it really sells you on the characters. That's one of their strongest like things they can do.
It's true.
Not in this one. It's not there.
You know, I think the reason that their characters are so effective is because they're able, like, their animation is so, like, their skills in animation are so, like, useful for characters because you can express so much more than a normal studio would be able to.
Of course.
The issue with that is that Violet has no emotion. She can't express anything. So, like, the only way they can, like, make her look better is by making her hair flow all pretty. All the other characters are boring too. Like even the ones that have emotion, like the red haired dude we keep seeing. He's just a dude. Oh, I'm mildly annoyed at every situation. Oh, what is Violet doing delivering the mail at night? Yeah, me too. I hate it.
I'm gonna take a nap.
It's bad.
Or we can talk about Yuru Camp.
Yeah, Yuru Camp.
It has a little triangle in the title, which I didn't know what it's supposed to mean, but it's just a tent. It's just a symbol for a tent.
I think this show is, it's not like the greatest thing ever, but this is what I was talking about. This is like the ramen one, but like it's actually good at getting you those cutesy feelings.
What is this show? It's about cute girls camping.
That's it.
That's it.
But it's done so effectively. Like, so they really sell, like, in the first episode, the fact that, like, the main blue hair girl, she, like, really loves camping. She's really good at it. And it's like one of her favorite things in life. Even though she's, like, kind of a deadpan character, you can tell she really enjoys this. She gets up, like... She gets up, like, early in the morning, during like the colder seasons, to go to the fucking like wilderness to go camp because she wants to be alone and just look at the mountain. I love that. Although that scene, it's a little up until when she gets to the campsite, it's a little sleep inducing. But
I didn't mind it.
Me neither. I thought it was effective, and I think the pace of the like what's the word I'm looking for? The feel that the show is going for, I think, is going to be more of like a chill, lighthearted comedy kind of thing, as opposed to like a.
Of course.
The first episode really hammered down on the just exploring the mechanics of camping.
Yeah,
you know,
the mechanics of camping.
It's true. That sounds ridiculous, but like just watching her collect sticks and like use her little pot thing and set up her tent, it's like, oh wow, it's really interesting to watch.
And you know, for a show about the girls going camping, it has good character designs. They're all adorable.
Yeah.
I like how the main the fucking blue girl has just a dot for a mouth.
Yep.
And the other girl has like a sharp bit on her lips. Oh god.
Yeah, and it's great.
So she finds this pink hair girl who is sleeping at the side of the road.
That's right.
She wakes up later and joins the blue hair girl on her camping, and she's super hungry. And she offers her a bowl of ramen. And god damn, dude. The animation, the details, how they sold her eating ramen. You know, this is why it's great, because it's established that she's super hungry. She's cold. And all of a sudden now she's camping with this girl, and she offers her like hot, delicious food, right?
And it's just cup noodles. Like that's my favorite part about it. It's just it's just your average cup noodles. It's like the blue hair girl is like, I'm glad you like it. she's very like weirded out almost at how much she enjoys it, but it's believable.
Oh my god, that ramen eating scene was something
great.
Else, which is hypocritical based on what I said.
Yeah.
But this one has meaning. Like, you know, it's not just a cute girl eating food and she looks cute. It has some connection with the story. It has meaning, like I said.
Yep. It is really good.
It's a very cute show, but I will probably get bored. So I dropped it for now. I dropped it for now. But if I keep hearing a lot of good things about it, I'll watch it later, no doubt.
I think I'm gonna make it like halfway through. That's my prediction. I think I can handle like 6 episodes of this, and then if something more interesting doesn't start happening, I'm not sure I can handle more girls sitting around a campfire just hanging out, you know?
I think just watch like the few couple of seconds of this show, and if the girls eating food by the campfire in the first few scenes and all having a good time sells you on watching this show, then you will probably enjoy it.
I love that opening scene because I love the way it's filmed. Like I love that it's being filmed. Like it's shown as if like it's being captured on a camera.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's like that.
Is that it?
Oh, we're done.
Did we do it? We did it.
Yeah,
we did
another podcast in the bag, baby.
Yes. Woo. Oh yeah, we're free.
Ugh. Are you stretching out?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
Oh no.
Two more podcast episodes, dude. 2 more.
Yeah. You stop recording?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're wrapping up though.
No, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm hungry.
Okay, is this over? I thought we were still like going for the podcast. Hello?
Okay, I got my food. I'm back.
So we just continue the podcast now?
Yeah, I got my food. I'm eating my oatmeal. I got more oatmeal.
Oh god, what a horrible way to end this. Bye!
Look, I'm sorry you don't respect the oatmeal.